An elderly woman named Margaret Lewis, 70 years old, was cleaning the gutters on her small farmhouse one quiet afternoon. Suddenly, her foot slipped. She lost her balance and fell hard to the ground. The impact knocked the breath out of her, and she lay there completely still. Her daughter, Emily, heard the loud crash and ran outside, screaming her mother's name. She found Margaret lying on the grass, not moving, barely breathing. Panicked, Emily called for help. A neighbor rushed over, lifted Margaret carefully, and drove her straight to the nearest hospital. After several long hours in the emergency room, the doctors finally came out, their faces heavy with concern. "Your mother needs emergency spinal surgery," one doctor said. "If we don't operate immediately, she may never walk again." Then came the problem. The surgery was not covered by insurance, and the only surgeon capable of performing it was Dr. Sarah Whitman, one of the most respected spinal surgeons in the country. Her fee was $100,000. For this modest American farming family, it was impossible. Emily returned home in silence. Her hands trembled as she told her mother the truth. "What are we going to do?" Margaret asked quietly. Emily lowered her head and said softly, "If a miracle is the only thing left, then I'll pray for one." And that is exactly what she did every single day. Even when Margaret began to lose hope. "Emily," she whispered one night, tears in her eyes, "please stop praying. God doesn't answer everyone." But Emily only held her mother's hand and said, "God can do the impossible." One stormy evening, as rain pounded the roof, there was a sudden knock at the door. Emily opened it to find a woman covered in mud, her coat soaked through, shivering in the cold. "My car slid off the road," the woman said. "Please, may I stay here until the storm passes?" Emily welcomed her inside, gave her dry clothes, warm food, and a blanket. During dinner, Emily stood up and said, "Excuse me, and it's time for my prayer." The woman looked at her with curiosity. "You really believe prayer can change things?" Emily smiled gently. "Yes, my mother is very sick. I'm asking God to send Dr. Sarah Whitman to save her." The woman froze, her eyes filled with tears. Slowly she whispered, "My child, I am Dr. Sarah Whitman." Emily's breath caught. The doctor explained that her flight had been canceled because of the storm. A landslide had closed the highway. While searching for another route, her car became stuck, right in front of their home. She looked up, her voice trembling. "Now I understand. This was not an accident." "I'm canceling my trip," she said firmly. "I'm going to operate on your mother." The surgery was performed that very night. Margaret survived, and weeks later she stood again on her own feet. Sometimes we wait for angels to fall from the sky, but God in His wisdom sends the right people at the right time. Never underestimate the power of faith. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope.